Are we here? Can you hear me on Zoom? Can you just wave and tell me you can hear me? Fantastic. How do we get rid of that? I'll do it. Okay, thank you. Chodesh Tov. Welcome to our first hybrid global Zoom Hallel, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I've got to do this and this. Absolutely thrilled to see all of you here and all of you there. And I can see there's ladies in their cars going to Brighton. There's a lady sadly in hospital that's trying to join us today, and I'm absolutely thrilled. And I'm sure we've got Australia joining us at a little bit more sensible time of the day to when they normally join us. So today is the finale of a wonderful weekend, which started on Friday with a beautiful Kabbalat Shabbat, followed by an uplifting service at Stanmore with the Women's Tefillah group. And I actually laned mufti, which was very terrifying, but a real thrill. Our initiative started during lockdown, and it's combated loneliness, forged lifelong friendships, and helped many further their engagement in Judaism. Thank you in advance to all those who joined us, who are going to be singing and on Zoom. And I want to do a special thank you to Tony and Jeremy, who are members of our shul, who were here last night for an hour and a half getting all the tech to work. So enjoy the service. And for those in the room, do stay for breakfast. Sorry, guys, on Zoom, we can't get those croissants down the line. Enjoy today's service, and I'm delighted to introduce you to Sorella Rosen, Rabbanit Sorella Rosen, who is going to speak for us this morning. Sorella, over to you. You need to come to the mic. Oh, I'm giving the baton before Sorry.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Chodesh Tov. I'm supposed to do both as well. Here and there. Okay. So I came here. I'm mostly busy with teaching halacha, Hilchot Brachot Be'iyun in London School of Jewish Studies.
Take the mic. Look at the screen and we can see you.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's better. Thank you. I teach Iyun Brachot, which is in-depth halachic readings of Brachot in London School of Jewish Studies. But I was also invited here for Shabbat Israel. Different communities around the UK invited people from Israel to come and talk about the situation in Israel. And I actually wanted to dedicate these next 10 minutes thinking about preparing for Purim in light of 7th of October. And especially for women, we do have a model who is teaching us ways of coming out of a desperate situation into something which was for her unknown. I'm talking about, obviously, Queen Esther. And the way she understood she had to go about things in order to pull herself out of despair and try and see some kind of a future for herself and the Jewish people. I'm saying both for herself and the Jewish people because Esther doesn't necessarily associate herself with everything that is happening outside the palace, right? And therefore Mordechai tells her, you know, you might keep thinking that you're not associated with it, that you're so-called protected, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will find ways of saving the Jewish people somewhere else, but perhaps you should take the opportunity and try and do something about it. And I think this is not only giving Esther the strength, rather, in the initial stage, she's thrown into such deep despair. And Chachamim in the Midrash, both in the Midrash Rabbah and later Midrashim, speak about Esther's desperation. And they describe her as moving around the palace, trying to find a window through which she can see some kind of some help coming along. And she can't find anything. She's moving from one window to the next, looking for Kodesh Baruch Hu. In her desperation, she calls out, Kayli, Kayli, lama azaftani. My God, my Lord, why have you forsaken me? And the later Midrashim describe what is the nature of her complaint. And she's basically saying, I am taken hostage. I'm taken hostage. I was taken forcefully from my house, right? Either whether she was married to Mordechai and whether she was only his protege, doesn't matter. She was taken, she was forcefully taken from her house. I am forcefully married to this murderous king who basically killed his first wife. And I'm in fear and trepidation of what he might do to me when she tells Mordechai, you know, I can't just walk up to my husband and say, hi, good morning, how are you doing? Because if he's in a bad mood this morning, he might just simply hang me the next 5 minutes because of daring to come without invitation. So this is the type of husband she has for herself, she has to live with. And she's in despair. And she's complaining to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, why aren't you performing the miracles for me like you performed for Sarah Imenu, who was taken from Abraham, put in the house of the king of Mitzrayim, but if he dared touch her, HaKadosh Baruch Hu plagued him and punished him, and you're not doing the same for me. Why aren't you doing the same for me? And I'm stuck with this king. And she doesn't get an answer, but she gets an answer from Mordechai. And Mordechai says, I want you to think about something to do. You will have to pull yourself out of the situation. And what does she do, Esther? What is the first step that she does? She basically repeats the first wording of the parasha. What's the first wording of the parasha? Vayakel, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu commands Moshe Rabbeinu to bring the people together, which in itself is a whole capudo. Before giving them the mitzvahs of how to keep Shabbos and how to keep the Mishkan going, even though it's Shabbos, etc., right? He has to bring the entirety of Am Yisrael together. And she repeats the same to Mordechai. She says, Lech knos et kol haYehudim. Go and bring together the entirety of the Jewish people in Shushan Habira, which is a difficult thing to do, apparently, right? And what it is that you should instruct them to do, Sumu alai. You should fast for 3 days. But what would be the reason for the fast? Not because of this death threat that you're threatened with. It's because what I'm going through in the palace. Sumu alai. I want you to think about me. I want you to think about me being a hostage in the palace, married to this murderous king. And for me to succeed would mean stop thinking only about yourself and your troubles and concentrating on me. And only in this way may I have success in not only saving myself, but the entirety of the Jewish people. She knows they're under threat. She knows they're afraid to lose their own families, their own children, wives, husbands, right? But she wants them to stop thinking about that and concentrate on her for 3 days. And I was thinking about Esther and the model of thinking about the hostages who are in terrible, dire conditions. And we have to think about them. She's locked in the palace. She has no communication with the Jewish people, but she knows that they're davening for her, that they're fasting for her. And this is what gives her strength. So I want us to keep giving chizuk to each other, because Esther said the only way out of this situation is complete solidarity. It's the only way we have to get out of this situation. And it's not only the people in Israel who are in trouble. We know of the entire Jewish communities around the world who are threatened now. And it's only through solidarity and chizuk to each other that, Bezrat Hashem, we will see miracles. Because I can't see any other way of coming out of this situation, but Bezrat Hashem, a miracle that I hope HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have the rachamim to bestow on us. So thank you very much. I wish you a Chodesh Tov. And משנכנס אדר מרבין בשמחה, we have to work on it this year. We have to work on our simcha. And it's not disconnected to the pain we're feeling. We have to invest work in somehow bringing the two together. So Chodesh Tov, Besorot Tovot. Thank you for inviting me.
Shakaya Sorella, and thank you very much for your very inspirational words. We're going to lead on from that before we start the Hallel to say some Tehillim for Israel, also the ongoing situation in the Ukraine. They're going to be led by Nicole Goodman, and then after that, Flora Frank, who is from Edgeware but is currently in Jerusalem for the marathon, is going to lead us in Achenim.
I'm starting with Tehillim Psalm 130, which is on page 516. Shir HaMa'alot Memarkim Karaticha Adonai. Adonai Shema B'koli Tehyena Oznecha Kashavot L'kol Tachonai. Im Avonot Tishmoria Adonai Mi Yamod. Ki Amacha Slicha Laman Tivareh. Kaviti Adonai Kavita Nafshi V'lidvaro Chochalti. Nafshi L'Adonai Meshomerim Laboke Shomerim Laboke. Yachel Yisrael al Adonai Ki Im Adonai HaChesed V'Harbe Imo Fedut. V'hu Yifteh Et Yisrael Mikol Avonotav. And then Psalm 121, Kuf Kaf Aleph, or Kuf Kaf Aleph on page 510. Shir Lamalot Esayenayim El Harin Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Me'ayin Madonai Ose Shamayim Varet Ayitei Mamot Raglecha Ayalu Shomerecha Yimei Velo Yishan Shomer Yisrael Adonai Shomerecha Adonai Zelcha Yajeminecha Leomam Hashemesh Lo Yakecha Ve'yareach Balayla Adonai Yishmerecha Amikora Shmor et nafshecha Adonai Yishmor tetecho v'echa me'ata v'yat olam.
Achenu kol beit Yisrael, Achenu kol beit Yisrael, Anotunim b'tzara uvashivya, Omdim ben bayam uben bayabasha. Achenu kol beit Yisrael, Achenu kol beit Yisrael, Omdim b'tzara uvashivya, Omdim ben bayam uben bayabasha. Hamakom Yerachem aleim, ve'yotzihem mitzara, me'efala leora, u'mishibud legula, ashtam hagala u'bizman karim. Hamakom Yerachem aleim, ve'yotzihem mitzara,
Thank you very much to Nicole and Flora. We're now going to start the Hallel. Just before we start, to let you know, because of our hybrid Hallel, we're making one small change. When we get to Hodu, then we are going to repeat the same line that Hannah, who's going to be leading us from Israel, has said, rather than repeat Hodu each time.
Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshenu mitzvotav, v'chivanu lekro et ha'halel. Amen.
But saint Israel, Mitzrayim, B'Jakol Me'alovet. Hayatayim V'Talam K'Ashar Yisrael Ma'ashav. Ne'arim Rakatuchem, Yivnei Zah. Malacha Hayam Kitanut, Hayatem Tisav Le'achol. Ne'arim Rakatuchem, Yivnei Zah. B'nei Adam Yoret, B'nei Hayakol. Afi Atzura Gamayim, Alam Yishana Mayim. Adonai Zacharanu Yevarech, Yevarech B'nei Yisrael, Yevarech B'nei Aaron, Yevarech Yireh Adonai, HaKetanim B'nei HaGolim, Yosef Adonai, Amen. Shamayim haaretz, Hashamayim shamayim Adonai, v'haaretz natan libnei Adam, lo hametim Hallelujah, v'lo yerdei l'umah,
Mashiv Ladonai, Kol Takmulahi Alai, Kos Yeshuat Esa, Ubashem Adonai Ekran, Nedarai Ladonai Ashalem, Netana Lachol Amo, Yakar B'nei Adonai, Hamavata lecha tzida, Ana Adonai, Ki ani yatecha, Ani yatecha, Ben amatecha pitavta, Lemaserai pitavta, Lemaserai. Pitavta lemaserai, Lacha etzbach zevach toda, Ubashem Adonai ekra, Nedarai Adonai Ashalem, Nekana lechol amo, B'chatzrot Beit Adonai, B'tochechi Yerushalayim. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yai nai nai ana nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai nai ana nai 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 yai nai 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 hallelujah. Adonai kol goyim shadu kol ha'umim higava leinu chasto v'emet Adonai leolam hallelujah. Yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai nai
Adul Adonai Kitav Kilei Lam Chasto Marna Yisrael Kilei Lam Chasto Yomruna Beisaron Kilei Lam Chasto Amruna Yirei Adonai Ki Ilei Lam Chazdo
Min ha-meitzah karasia B'Shem Adonai, Ki Amila, Dachot is Lecha, Vatani, yes, Rani, Yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 Osi, Vazimrath Yah, Yeshua, Lo Amuskia Basapeh Masaya Yasa Yisrania Velamo Veslona Sonani Ay Oidachakiani soni vatahili Yeshua. Oidachakiani soni vatahili Yeshua. Evermosu pagaboine, Mayasala Roshpina.
Die, 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 die. Hi, die, 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 die. Hi, die, 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 die. Hi, die, 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 die. Oh, not I know. Hoshiana. Adonai Hoshiana. Adonai Hatzlichana. Adonai Hatzlichana.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, berach nechem beit Adonai. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, berach nechem beit Adonai. El Adonai yarenu, Yisrael ha'avodin atanat ha'mizbeach. El Adonai yarenu, Yisrael ha'avodin atanat ha'mizbeach. Eliata pe'odeka, Elohim Ramecha, Eliata pe'odeka, Elohim Ramecha.
Yeah, hallelujah, Adonai Elohim, kol ha'asecha, v'chasideka tzadikim, osem ritzonecha, ay, 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 ay. Be baru, be wrong, be aris, be addition, she's not my Ki lecha tov leholot ulshivcha na'elezame ki me'olam ay, 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 ay.
Yeshua Koach, everyone, and thank you to all our singers and for all of you in the room for joining in and online to make this such a beautiful Hallel. We're now going to make a Mishaberach for people who are unwell, anyone who's sick. We do have a lot of free names that have been submitted that we'll be including in the Mishaberach. And also, I will pause while I say it to allow people to add in their own names as well. Mi Shaberach Avosenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Moshe, Aharon, David, Ushlomo, Hu Yivarech, V'Yedaper Es HaCholim. Yohanatan Chaim ben Tamar Miriam, Mevasher ben Anish, Hadassah Sarah bat Leslie, Yechezke Yehuda ben Yentel, Yecheved Sarah bat Sarah, Gadei ben Daniel, Esther bat Gittel Razel, Raya bat Lena, Leah bat Rachel, Yaakov ben Perachel, Mende Yehuda ben Esther, David ben Rachel, Chaya Hannah bat Gittel, Meira bat Miriam, Yochanan bat Miriam, Noach Asher ben Roslin, Aaron ben Sylvia, Devorah bat Sarah, Reuben Lev ben Schneidel Malka, Leah bat Sae, Mordechai ben Zeh, Abraham ben Miriam, Ania Belida bat Ruth, Eliezer bar Avner, Avner bar Eliezer, Ruth bat Sarah, Simi Sylvia bat Esmeralda, Nechama Batcha bat Zipporah, Devorah Leah bat Zipporah, Leah bat Golda Rus, Chaya Sharon Rachel bat Fredel, Chaim Yosef ben Rina, Peretz Adel ben Minna, Hannah Matzal bat Devorah, Anat Rachel bat Penina, Tali bat Yafa, Moshe Chaim ben Sarah. Moshe ben Leah, Sarah Salma bat Devorah Buka, Leora Shoshana, Avshay Reuven David ben Avram Shmuel, Yeliba Yehudit, Simcha ben Avraham Yosef, Hayeled Hanoch ben Tamar, Penina Leah bat Batsheva, bat Shishira bat Dina Chana, Zachary Devorah bat Elisheva, Iris bat Ahuva, Natalie bat Yachonit, Sarah Naamar bat Rivka Aliza, Ronit Chaya bat Ora, Rochas Sarah bat Baila, Aaron Elisha ben Leah, Ehud ben Chaya, Hannah Esther bat Chaya, Noah bat Avrahami, Chaim Shalom ben Rivka Chava, Rachel Esther Hannah bat Malka. Va'avur shekol hakohal mispalelim va'avurom bischaze hakadosh baruch hu yimalei rachamim aleichem lachachalimom ularafosam ulachachazihem ulachachayosam vayishlach lachol mehero refuah shalema min hashamayim lachol avarehem ulachol gidayhem besoch sha'ach cholei Yisrael refuah hanefesh urefuah hagul. Hashtabagala of Isman Karim Benoma. Amen. And Rabbinate Surila Rosen is now going to make the Kelem Melechei Rachamim for everyone who has a yortzeit in the coming month. Okay, we're just going to find the text. You can take that.
Okay. Sorry about that. We thought it was in the Siddur and it wasn't. כמלא רחמים שוכן במרומים, המצא מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה, במעלות קדושים וטהורים, בזוהר כי המסירים את נשמות. We will read the names. אברהם בן יהושע ומרים, שאול צבי בן אנה וישראל הלוי, הבחור אהרון יהושע בן יהושע אפרים ושרה, חנה בת אברהם, צבי הירש בן זיגמונד, גנסיה דינה בת נחמיה, נוטה ושנבו מלכה, גיטל שיינה בס חנה, שהלכו לעולמם, בגן עדן מנוחתם, לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים, ויצרור בצרור החיים את נשמתם, אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו בשלום על משכבם, ונאמר אמן.
Amen. Over to Gila. Do we have some mazel tovs this month?
Oh, absolutely. We're very excited that we have some lovely mazel tovs. So mazel tov goes first to Etty and Harry Gaffan on their golden wedding anniversary. So among you in Stanmore, which is on the 2nd of April, mazel tov from everyone. To Nicole and Avromi Goodman on their niece's wedding tomorrow, 11th March, Rosh Chodesh Adar Bet.
Mazel tov.
Okay, to Flora Frank on completing the Jerusalem Marathon last Friday, in sponsorship of Norwood. Mazel tov. And
Thank you.
And
Emunah.
And Emunah. And lastly, to my own cousin Jane Ansell
On the birth of her grandson on Friday morning, a 5th grandchild for Jane, and to parents Isaac and Rachel Ansel Forsyth, a 2nd son, and a 2nd grandson for Rachel's parents, the Goldbergs in South Africa, and also another great nephew for Jerry and Esther Lee of Stanmore, and Dr. Eric Ansel. Also, mazel tov to everyone. Thank you very much, and it's lovely to end on good news.
And then on the back mitzvah of Shiri, this.
Thank you to everyone for joining, making this such a special, inspirational service, as Sorala said in the beginning, giving inspiration, hope to the current situation in Israel as well. So thank you very much. For those of you who are in person, we have some croissants, fruit, other things that you're welcome to. And for everyone else, we're looking forward to seeing you at our next Hallel next month for Rosh Chodesh Nissan, and have a lovely Purim in the meantime. Thank you.
Chodesh Tov. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Just to say, we've got shares open to the stage. Run away.
Oh yes, it's recorded. Oh yeah.